What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Hot Action Fishing and Fab. My name's Curtis and this is my channel. In the last video you guys seen me sand for weeks, literally weeks. Well, now we're on to fixing all these little glass spots that I glassed up in the last video that were the cracks and everything, and hopefully you guys got a good, for the most part, representation of how I go about fixing these cracks. This isn't going to be, I'm not going to get too carried away with fairing them out and cleaning them up and like getting ready for the paint process, because what I'm actually going to do is throw a layer of 1708 all the way across the bottom of this hull. It's a little flimsy, in the spots where the bulkheads and the stringers and all the storage box and everything at the bottom of the floor. It's, obviously really strong. The hull's super strong. I want to just feel a little more confident putting another layer of 1708 over the hull. There's some little bits of cracking and stuff like that, and I'm not really confident in the original layup of the hull, so I'm just gonna put a layer of 1728 all the way over the bottom side of the boat, and just for my put my mind at ease, because just one less thing I got to think about, because I'll have that extra layer of thickness and a little bit more strength, because this whole boat was made with I think like 1 or 2 layers of 24-ounce woven rovin and some chop string matting, and that's really about it. That's all they did for the transom, for the hull, all that stuff. So I don't know, putting the modern 1708 on the bottom side of this hull will make me feel a little bit better. And then after that, I'm just gonna sand it up, clean it up, make it look good, and throw some probably just gel coat the bottom of this boat and wrap it up. But that'll probably be in a different video. But here we go. I'm gonna sand all these little spots from the previous video and then get after it. And alright, you just see me fix a couple spots, sand them down. Yeah, I sanded a whole bunch of other spots off of camera. Just took my DA, my 6-inch DA with 36 grit pad, and just my little Dynafile with an 80 grit Dynafile belt, and got all that cleaned up. It's looking pretty sweet. I'm happy with the way it all feels. Really good. I didn't get any like low spots or anything. I built it up nice when I glassed it, so I didn't have to come back in with any more glass. Now I'm just gonna get my 1708 out and roll it on the hull and get it trimmed out and hopefully get it glassed up today. I'm hoping it's not gonna rain. It keeps like getting kind of sketchy and looking like it's gonna rain. We'll see though. Here we go. And alright, there we go. I got everything all sanded down, got everything all wiped down with acetone. Remember, if you want good strong bondage, you need to clean everything with acetone. And then you see me roll out my 1708, got it all trimmed up. Hopefully it's gonna look good. Yeah, I'm gonna do what I've built this whole boat with, is polyester resin. That's what I've always used for all my boat builds, and so I'm gonna use for this part of this build. Yeah, so I gotta go do some stuff. I gotta go get a drug test done for my captain's license. I'm up for renewal this year. But yeah, next you'll see me laying some resin down. And alright, here we go. I got my poly resin. Not nearly enough to do this whole bottom, so I'm probably going to have to come back and keep filling the bucket up. I'm guessing it's probably going to take about 1.5 gallons, maybe 2 gallons to do the whole bottom, but we'll see. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to do it a little bit different than what I usually do because it's such a big layup. Usually I like to wet the 1708 out first, and then stick it down, and then wet it out a little more, and then roll it out with my fin roller. Because it's such a big piece, I really can't do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip it up, wet the hull out, and then put the 1708 down, and then do the same thing on the front. Flip the front up, put the resin down, push that down, and then wet out over the top. It takes a little bit longer to get the glass or the resin worked into the 1708, but with this big of a layup, that's what I have to do. So let's put this MEK into our polyester resin and get after it. And alright, this is where I'm gonna wrap the video up. It came out the next morning. It got dark on me last night. It looks excellent. It came out way better than what it was looking like last night. I was kind of nervous. I kind of had a little freak out moment. I had tried laying it all up in one huge piece and realized really quick that that wasn't going to work, because every time I would touch one spot, it would lift up and create an air pocket in a different spot, and then I would move that to that spot and knock that spot back down with the fin roller, and then it would lift up again in another spot. So I was like, oh, and I started to freak out pretty bad. And so what I did is I just cut right down the middle, right down the center, you know, chine or whatever. I just cut right down it just to make a little bit smaller piece, make it a little bit easier to work with, and that was definitely the trick. That was the way to do it, because yeah, I was able to work out each air pocket and not have. I still had a little bit of problem working between that strake and the center strake, where I would mess with it and then it would lift up there, but not nearly as bad when the whole piece was, because it was like I'll mess with something over here and it actually affects something all the way over here, and I could literally watch it in the 1708 as I was using the fin roller. It would move the air pockets around drastically. So glad I was able to figure it out and fix it before it got too dramatically bad and you know, hardened up on me or something really bad. It was cold, so I had a lot of working time last night, so that was a huge plus. That was working in my favor. But yeah, I was worried that there's gonna be a bunch of air pockets and stuff like that. I kept messing with it and but yeah, we were able to working them all out, and like I said, came out this morning and it looks perfect. I'm super happy. I got a ton of sand in ahead of me a little bit. I gotta knock down some high spots. You know, it's typical 1708 stuff where it kind of gets a little sharp in some areas and string and stuff, and then smooth it out, and then should be pretty much ready for paint, besides doing some more little fixing stuff on the sides of the skiff, the side of the hull itself. But yeah, so thank you again. I appreciate all my new subscribers. I appreciate everyone. Thank you again. If you guys haven't subscribed, I'd be super stoked if you guys subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Y'all have a wonderful week.